Hi everyone, welcome to my mini Chinese lesson, and this is Yami. So today I'm not gonna talk about the cliche Chinese phrases that we learn from the regular Chinese lessons. I mean the first Chinese lesson. Today I'm gonna dive into Chinese tones. So first of all, still I'm gonna tell you for those who might not know, to greet in Chinese, we say 你好. So this reminds me of a interesting experience that I had in Pakistan when I was working there as a Chinese teacher. So students always greet to me on campus. They try to say 你好 to me, but I always hear people saying 你好, 你好. So I was like, why there are so many cats on campus, right? So the point of this story is to tell you that when you speak Chinese, instead of connecting all the syllables together, we have to break them down. No matter how fast you talk in Chinese, you always break the syllables apart. So instead of saying 你好, you should say 你好,你好. No matter how fast you say it, yeah? So you can say 你好,你好,你好,你好. Yeah, so make sure you do that. So I want to also introduce the two important parts of Chinese language. The first one is 汉字, the Chinese characters. So Chinese has a totally different system than the other Romanian languages. We write our language in Chinese characters. But to help people to learn Chinese, to learn the pronunciation of the Chinese language easier, we also have pinyin, which is the Chinese phonetic transcription. This is to help you to quickly learn the pronunciation of each character. So in pinyin, we have actually three parts. The first part is called the initials. So in Chinese, 声母, it's kind of like the consonants in English. And then the second part is the finals. So it's like vowels in English, but you see we have single finals and compound finals. And the third part is the tones. We have 4 tones in Chinese language. So today I'm going to emphasize on the tones of the Chinese language. So first of all, let's watch a video.
Ma, okay, ma, 4 different words. That was 4 different words. One means horse, one means mother. I don't know which. I just like someone calls someone's mom a horse.
10 o'clock.
She.
Try.
She.
City affairs.
She.
B.
She.
Lion shit.
She.
When I try at 10 o'clock, the business is lion shit.
She.
So what did you learn from this video? Yeah, so you see the tones really determine the meaning of the words. But actually, you see, we have different characters. So when we read it, we know what it means. But if you are talking in a conversation, you really want to get your tones right in order to make others understand you.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm gonna show you an example with the final and I'm going to demonstrate it in 4 different tones. So we have actually here we have 5 tones, but you know the last one is neutral tone, so it's quick and light, like just like ah ah ah. So that's the neutral tone. But let's go back to our 4 main tones. The first tone being high, we need to, so this is how it sounds. It's like when you're singing, or like when you go to the dentist, they're going to tell you, okay, please say that sound, okay? And the second tone is a rising tone. When you say it in a question tone. You do like this, so in whichever languages, whenever you have a question, you always ask with a rising tone, like in Chinese, 什么, in English, what, in Spanish, qué, in Urdu, kya, right? So all the languages, when you ask a question, you always use the rising tone, and that is the second tone of the Chinese language. And the third tone is a low tone, so it goes like ah. So the trick is you need to drop your voice to the lowest point until it breaks, like this, and then bounce back, okay. And the fourth tone is the falling tone. When you say it, you have to go like this, ah. So the trick to pronounce the fourth tone is you need to think about, like, when you hurt yourself or you stumbled on your toes, you say ouch, ouch, that's the same tone. Or thinking about when somebody jump off a cliff, usually we don't want that to happen, but just imagine when somebody jump off the cliff, they're going to scream, so that's the falling tone, that's the fourth tone. So here's an interesting example from that video. Ma, 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 ma. Ma means mother. Ma, it can have different meanings. It kind of plant or numb, so it depends on the words. And the third tone, ma, it means horse. And ma means scold. So like ma means mother scolds horse. Okay, so now let's try in the 6 groups of words. They have exactly the same syllable, but with different tones. So the first group, when you want to say to ask, we have to say 问. And if you want to say to kiss, we say 吻. So when you ask your teacher, can I please ask you a question? So you really have to be careful. 我能问你吗? Not 我能吻你吗? Okay, and the second one, 睡觉 is to sleep. 水饺 is the boiled dumplings. So when you ask for the price of the dumplings, yeah, 水饺多少钱, not 睡觉多少钱, okay? And the third group, 笔试, we take our written exams. 鼻屎, you know, booger. And the fourth group, 熊猫, 熊猫, really cute pandas. And if you say 胸毛, that's chest hair. So it really makes a big difference. Next group, 凡人, ordinary people. But when you say 犯人, criminals. So you can see the difference. And the last group, 兔子, rabbit. 秃子, bald-headed person. Okay, so now it's your turn to try and see if you can pronounce these words right. Okay, great job. So that's all for my mini Chinese lesson, and I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time. Bye-bye.